So this is just a little home update video where I'm going to share some of the changes and things we've done in the last couple weeks. Anyways, so during this time, kind of past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we have been doing a lot of like home renovations, selling things on Facebook Marketplace, buying things on Facebook Marketplace, just kind of doing some things to make the apartment and the space more cozy. Some of the biggest changes I've done have been to my office space back here. The last video I shared was kind of planning out my ideas and what I wanted the space to look like and feel like. And since then, I have rearranged the furniture. I haven't really bought anything new, but I rearranged all the furniture to the back of the room to create kind of this big linear desk situation, which I really, really love. And above it, I have put up some of the pictures and things that inspire me, graphics from companies and little photos with my friends, postcards, art, all sorts of little bits. And, you know, I collect all these little bits and it feels weird to put them away in a book or a drawer. I feel like if I'm keeping them, then I should put them up because, you know, I'm keeping them for a reason. I also rearranged the bookshelves that I have in here. And I had these 2 boudoir lamps that I got for Christmas, and I wasn't really sure where to use them, but I ended up putting them on either side of the bookshelf. And I really love the way it turned out. It kind of gives off this really nice, like pink, soft glow. And then the second half of the room honestly hasn't really changed much. I still have my big brown chair that I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do with. And the rest of the room is honestly just kind of disorganized, and I have a little shelf, obviously, with all my little knickknacks and things that I don't know what I'm going to do with, like jewelry and bags and shoes, my accessories, which I probably honestly will keep there. I still really want to get a big mirror for the space. But yeah, other than that, I'm super happy with the desk setup. I also would love to get like a nicer office chair. And I'd love like a big carpet for the space, but carpets are so expensive, so I don't know how realistic that is. But I'm just super happy with the way the space feels now. I feel like I'm way more motivated to come and sit at my desk and do art, do some editing, work on things, which is what I was hoping for. And I also actually got this brown curtain from a thrift store, which I used as the divider for the space, and I love the way it turns out. It's not like the traditional Norin curtains that are split down the middle, it's just one panel, but I feel like I like the fact that it doesn't touch the ground and that it kind of just creates this like soft divide between the space. And that's the only thing I guess I've gotten new. Well, not even new, I thrifted it for $7. I've also done some changes to our bedroom. We got these 2 nightstands from a secondhand furniture store near us, and they're just like these wooden nightstands closed with 3 drawers. And they're kind of like a bigger nightstand, but I feel like the space is so small that when there is a small space like that, I kind of like to use heavier furniture to just make it feel super cozy and kind of lean into that coziness. It probably isn't like the most functional thing you could do, but I like the fact that it kind of fills up the room. We also added these lampshades that I found from H&M Home, and they're wall-mounted lampshades. So we have one on each side of the bed, and I feel like it just makes it look more cohesive. And it also creates it gives off a really pretty light when they're on. And other than that, I also made a painting for above the bed. I don't know if it's a little too meta because it's me and my boyfriend in bed sleeping above our bed. And so I think it might be a bit weird. But I just honestly wanted to add some color to the space. I feel like the wall color is very neutral, and a lot of the things we have in there are very neutral. And so I just wanted to bring in some color, and I want to keep bringing in a bit more color, maybe with some new sheets or something like that. But yeah, so I mostly did it based on like colors, and I picked this like big canvas from the thrift store for like 15 bucks and then just painted over it. But I picked like a chartreuse color for like the background area, and then this like pink color for the sheets. And it's nothing complicated, but I just wanted to do something that would add some color to the space. And then I mounted it the other day all by myself, which I was pretty proud of.
What are you doing?
Putting up the painting?
Oh, okay.
I measured it, don't worry.
Okay.
Bigger holes. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. And then I've also done some tidbits of framing around the house, random little drawings or things we had, some pictures and that sort of thing. So that's also been fun to add a bit of color and, personal art to the space. And then the kind of final big project that we've been working on is we've been working on a little kitchen nook or like breakfast nook for our dining kitchen area.
Where's the thing?
And we built a bench out of wood. We built a frame.
Chip off in a little bit. But I think what I'll do is I'll cut them to 30, because then it'll be easier to manage the halves.
And then trim off the excess of the other one.
Still at an angle, okay?
I feel like I'm pretty straight.
No. Yeah, and then just get long strokes. Yeah. A little bit funky, but that's good.
It's not that unstraight. Looks pretty straight to me. Now we're kind of at the upholstery stage, so I'm going to order some like high density foam. I've been doing some research on what is the best thing to get. And then we're going to cover it in fabric. And we went to the fabric store the other day to look at some samples, and I created some little reference images using Canva, but I will put up the 4 little examples I created of what the potential fabrics could look like on the benches. And I'm not sure if I actually fully like any of these samples, and I think I'll probably go back and try to look for some different things. I would love something with a bit more color again. I just think it would like brighten up the space and make it a bit more fun. I'm really into plaid. I'll show some sample images of just things I like, probably off of Pinterest or that sort of thing. But I feel like this is the kind of thing I'm looking for. Something with ideally like a plaid or a stripe and like pretty colorful. I just think it would really brighten up the space. But so far the like kitchen nook looks super beautiful, and I'm super happy to be able to sit there and to have like a cozy place in the morning to like have coffee and just hang out, or if someone's cooking in the kitchen, we can just like sit on the bench. Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. Anyways, I think those are pretty much all the updates we have about the apartment and little changes we've been doing. I hope that this was a fun video, and if so, I think it's something I'll keep doing because realistically, like, I'm not in a point where I can just start one project and finish it completely. I feel like I'm kind of starting and stopping based on like the time I have and the budget I have. But it's been really fun to work on the apartment stuff. And if this is a type of video that you guys like watching, let me know. And if you feel like subscribing, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a good week. Bye.